welcome back to my channel and thank you for tuning in. As you all know, my name is Shelly. If you're not familiar with me, I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. I also coach, so I coach future flight attendants and pilots that want to enroll in any of the major US airline. I'll help them with their resume and we'll go through a little coaching session one-on-one so I can tell you how to interview. I kind of give you tips on how to, how to dress, what to say, what to expect, what type of question they'll be asking, and just to help you kind of get your dream job. Now, with that said, I just finished making a video regarding American Airlines now hiring. It is presently September 5th, 2024. So if you're watching this, just know they are open right now, taking your applications. How exciting is that? And that's on the other video that I just did. So click on the link down below so you can get the link to their application because they are open. And now we're going to cover Delta. And I am so excited because we are going to cover what they are expecting of you, how to go by and apply, and where do I start if I want to become a flight attendant. So tune in and I'm going to show you step by step how to grab your dream job. All right, you guys. Okay, make sure you go on delta.com, you guys. This is how you start applying. If you're not familiar with Delta Airline, they are a fantastic airline. They are a legacy airline that travel all over the world. This is a great airline, and I don't remember last time they opened, but now they are, and I would definitely jump on that opportunity. They will not stay open that long. Yesterday when they opened, the website crashed a million times. People were up at 3 a.m. trying to apply all day and finally got through it around midnight. That's how crazy that was. I've gone online right now and it's calmed down and I was able to get through. So you guys have a better chance to do it today rather than yesterday because everybody was trying at the same time yesterday when they opened on September 4th. Again, today we're September 5th, 2024. I want to make sure that you guys apply right away. So go to delta.com. Once you're on the website, I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom where you see About Delta. Okay, once you get to the bottom right here, you're going to click About Delta, and right under About Us, you will see Career. And then you will see New Hubs, blah, blah, blah. You want to click Careers. Once you click Career, you're going to wait for it to download. And then it says there are 100,000 reasons to join Delta. What's yours? I like that. You want to go ahead and there's a big red button right there at the very, very bottom. And then it's going to say Search Career at Delta. You want to go ahead and click that. Once you do, you're going to wait for that to pop up and populate. I'm going to do it at the same time here with my computer. If you want to search Career of Delta. So you're going to put Search Careers. The first thing that pops up, you guys, yes, flight attendant job. So right at the very, very bottom, there's a little link that says, it's a blue link that says Apply. So you want to click that. Once you click Apply, you guys, it's going to say right here, it's going to say, thank you for your interest. Choose an option to apply. So it's going to say login. So if you guys already have logged in and tried applying maybe a couple of years back, it might remember your email and your password. If not, that's okay. You want to go in and you want to register. It's going to ask you to attach your resume. Now, why would you work for Delta Airlines? Like, why them? Why not American? Why not Southwest? Why not Frontier? Why not Spirit? Okay, let me tell you guys how the Delta flight attendant application process works. So first step to becoming a flight attendant with Delta, you should only apply once and should not create multiple profiles. So important. So don't just do one and then be like, well, I didn't get in, so I'm just going to pretend I'm someone else. And they know where you're at. They can see your IP address, and you don't want them to X you out. So just make sure that you do not create multiple profile. Okay, it's really important. Second of all, you're going to go through a virtual job tryout, which is a VJT. Okay, virtual job tryout. And it says experience key aspects of the role and job situations while demonstrating problem solving, customer service, and job related skills. So you're going to go through that once you are moved on to the next step after you submit your resume. Then you're going to get an on-demand interview. Okay, so candidate who successfully passed their VJT will be invited to record a on-demand interview. This interview is completed through our technology partner, Modern Hire. So you can look them up on Modern Hire. It is just a interview process where they pre-record questions and you pre-record your answers, basically. So there's not really anyone in front. It's just an on-demand interview. They want to see what you look like. They want to see how you, how you carry yourself and how you answer questions. All right. Then if that goes well, then you get the email that says you have an in-person event day interview, which it is exciting and it's nerve-wracking because now you're really speaking to people. So in-person event day consists of successful candidates are invited to Delta's headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia for event day. This interview day is an opportunity for us to learn about your experiences and introduce you to Delta. So it's really cool because you get to see their headquarters. They probably give you a little tour and you get to meet some instructors. You get to meet some HR people, some flight attendants that will interview you, and other candidates that have made it this far. All right. Then once you're done, you will probably get an email, or on the spot, they may tell you you have the conditional job offer, which means if you have a successful event day interview, you will be offered a position with Delta as a flight attendant. That's the exciting part, when you know that, oh my gosh, conditional job offer, meaning we're going to give you this job offer, but it's not official until you pass the training. If you pass the training, then you do have the job. Okay. Then you have the in-person training. Okay, so once pre-employment is successfully completed, remember they still have to do your background check and all that. Flight attendants are given their training date. How exciting! Their base assignment, and then begin their 7-week on-site training in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's a 7-week, you guys. So Delta is 7 weeks, and we talked about American, which was 6.5, okay? So again, we go to the flight attendant application, which is, I showed you how. You go online, you go on their website, delta.com, go at the bottom, attach your resume. Then you get the virtual job tryout, VJT. Then you go on the on-demand interview. Then you have an in-person event day. Then you get your conditional job offer. And then you get your in-person training for 7 weeks. Okay. The first step of our flight attendant hiring process is completing the application. We recommend submitting your application as soon as possible, as the job may not be posted for long. Remember I said just jump on it now as you're watching this video. And remember, I'll put the link down below so you guys could just click that and attach your resume, okay? Only one application can be submitted per candidate, and it is not recommended to apply more than once using a different email address. So they've caught on people doing that, and they will ban you guys, so don't even try. These are some of the questions people have had, so maybe this can help you. I applied for a flight attendant position. How can I check the status of my application? That's a really good question. The answer would be, you can view your application status in your profile on Delta's career site. You will receive an email communication from Delta's talent team as your status changes. That's the exciting part, a non-exciting part. The non-exciting part is when you see that you're not moving forward. It's disappointing, but don't get despaired. There's other airlines, and you can try again a year from the day that you've applied, okay? Or maybe less, but usually the general rules is a year. But the exciting part is that you go to Delta's career site where you uploaded your resume, and you can say where it's pending and when they're reviewing it. So you kind of see it moving. So that's exciting as well. I've heard of people getting reviewed and moving on as quickly as the same day as their application. And I've heard of people being denied the same day as quickly as they put in their application. So yesterday they put in their application and they got an answer right away. So maybe their resume wasn't up to par. Maybe there's just something that they just didn't do, or not that they didn't do. It's just maybe they just didn't fit the criteria of the company. We don't know what they're looking for. We never really do. This is kind of like on the HR department, but you want to move with your best foot forward. You want to have the best resume, and this is why you asked this girl to do it. Okay, you guys? I have some really good reviews, and people have gone on getting their jobs with no problem with the resume that I've done. So make sure that you ask me, and I could definitely help you out. Next question is, what if I answered a question on my application incorrectly? Can I change it? The answer is no. Unfortunately, once the question of your application are submitted, they cannot be changed. So just remember that, okay? If they ask you questions like, Would you relocate? And you say no, and you're like, oh crap, I wanted to say yes, and it's too late. It's too late. Okay, so they may not move you forward because of that. Then it says, I applied and completed my assessment, but haven't heard anything from Delta. Is this bad news? No, the answer is no. The flight attendant opportunity is in high demand, you guys. There's thousands of applicants per hours. Like, it's just crazy. The flight attendant opportunity is in high demand, and it may take some time to hear from our talent team. We will be in touch via email about the next step in the application process. So just be patient. Some people may get an answer sooner, maybe because they got to the website sooner than you. I remember in my application process with other airlines, I was one of the last ones, and I was like, what's happening? But you know, they always keep the best for last, you know. What is the age requirement for flight attendants? For Delta, a Delta flight attendants applicant must be at least 21 years of age. So make sure you are when you apply. Is a passport necessary? Yes. Applicants must have a valid passport with a minimum of 30 months validity, okay, remaining when they report for training. So if you do not have 30 months left on your passport, they will look at that and be like, no, we don't want you, because we need to make sure you already have 30 months. 12 months is 1 year. 24 months is 2 years. They want you to have more than 2 years left on your passport. That's insane. It's good, but it's insane because you got to watch that before you even apply. So make sure you go to your local, you know, passport, or go online, get that appointment, fly where you need to, get it the same day. Try to find a way to get it the same day. I do have a video on how to go about doing that, because you need to be traveling within 7 days in order to get a passport the same day. Now, is it cheap? No, but nothing is cheap if you want it right away, and it's worth it because then you have it. You don't have to wait anymore, and you can apply it. The VJT assessment allows candidates to experience key aspects of the flight attendant role. Exercises stimulate actual situation so you can assess your problem solving and customer service skills. So it's a virtual job tryout. So basically they're going to give you scenarios and then you need to answer them. I believe it's in like an ABCD type thing. What would you do in this scenario? Okay, and it's virtual. If you can answer right, then you move on to the next step. If you don't, then you won't be able to. So they want to see your skills. This is all computerized again. It's not personal until the end of the last step when you're really meeting in person. Okay, so this is their way of weeding out, you know, kind of doing a triage and eliminating the people they feel don't have what it takes to be a flight attendant. This helps them to kind of weed out everybody until the end, and they keep the best. All right, to kind of stay. I'm not saying you're not the best. Maybe you didn't answer correctly and you can't go back, and that's okay. There's always another time for you to try it, or maybe Delta is not the airline for you, so don't despair. There's other airlines. It's okay. All right? And don't leave all of your assets in one basket. Don't just apply to one and wait because that's your airline of choice. Make sure you apply to different ones. And it's okay if you get hired. I had so many people in my training that were flight attendants for a year or two before they decided, or the other airline called them and said, hey, we want to hire you. Do you want to go through the process and blah, blah, blah. They left our airline and they went to another airline. And we see that all the time. So they kind of jump ship just because they experienced what they experienced. They didn't like it, or they liked it, and they move over and they move on. All right. And it's okay to do that as well. Just get your feet wet, get the experience you need. And whenever the airline opens up and is hiring again, you can try again, but get the experience. That's really, really what it's all about. On-demand interview. Candidates who successfully pass the assessment will be invited to record an on-demand interview with Delta. This interview can be completed at your earliest convenience through our technology hire view. Some best practice for on-demand interview include, so listen to this, the interview will be self-recorded. Remember I said they were going to ask you questions and you're going to be looking at yourself answering. Be mindful of your presentation and communication throughout your experience, and always portray professionalism. Professionalism, you guys, always be professional. Don't be like, yeah, I'm answering, and then be like, oh, is this done? And they're like listening, they are recording, they are viewing you, and they're looking to see if you are a good fit. So show that through your interview. Always be professional, always stand up straight. And I do in my one-on-one help you with that. If ever you guys want to hire me as a coach, we will go through your presentation, how to speak, what to say, and it's going to help you a lot for these interviews. Ensure you are in a quiet and professional environment, free from distraction, of course. Answer questions clearly, honestly, and accurately. So don't rabble on, just kind of get to the point, okay? During this interview, candidates must adhere to all appearance requirements. So during your interview, don't go with piercing and tattoos. Cover them if you have to. Don't go there with your little tank top. This is not the time. This is a job interview as if there was someone in front of you. So look professional and look your best, okay? Consider the way our flight attendants dress and use that as an inspiration. So look them up online, see what they look like, right? Or do they have a ponytail? Are they dressed in blue? Do they have red? Do they have a scarf? Just try to mimic that. Wear clean, pressed, and professional clothing. If you're an internal candidate, do not wear your Delta uniform. So a lot of people work maybe at the gate and want to become a flight attendant. They are not to wear their outfit, okay? Visible tattoos are not permitted and must be covered by clothing or waterproof makeup. Bandages are not suitable for coverage of tattoos at any time. So please don't put a bandage over your tattoo, okay? Hair touching or longer than the shoulder must be pulled completely back. Did I make myself clear? Okay, so a lot of times when I do go through interviews with people, I always tell them tie up your hair, and they tell me, no, but it's fine. And then their hair is like this, their bangs, and I always tell them, they want to see your face, they want to see your expression. Just make sure that you tie them up. They want to see your entirety, your face, and everything that, your face kind of is the image of who you are. And you want to kind of clear that up. Hair touching or longer than the shoulder must be pulled back and secured away from the eyes, such as in a ponytail, bun, braid, etc. If your hair is up, example, in a ponytail, and still extends past your mid-back, it must be pinned up, okay? So if you have a ponytail and you have a long, long ponytail, bring that sucker back up and roll it in, okay? They don't want to see that. Ensure facial hair is clean shaven and neatly trimmed for the boys, okay? Make sure that you don't have that thing hanging anywhere. For clothing, wear a professional suit and tie or dress. Dark, professional colors such as black, gray, or navy are recommended. So every single interview that I've done, I either had a really dark navy jacket or a really dark navy one piece. It looked very, very professional outfit that I had, which was up to the knees, that they couldn't see that, but up to here with some, jewelry that are very, very, very discreet. Little pearls, the little pearls here. I always look very professional in all of my interviews, and that's what made me get 10 CJOs, which was amazing. Event day. Candidates who are successful in their on-demand online interview will be invited to Delta's world headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia for event day. We talked about that already. Event day is an interactive interview day hosted by our flight attendants and talent team, providing an opportunity for us to learn about your experiences and introduce you to Delta. And as I prefer dresses or skirts, two-piece suits with skirts or tailored shift dress. Or dark professional colors, again, black, gray, and navy are recommended. Skirts and dresses should be mid-calf or knee length. Okay, so don't have a mini skirt, that's not gonna work. Okay, dress shoes with dark socks, if applicable, or flats, pumps, or sensible heels. Okay, so check the website, see what they're wearing. They always have maybe 1 or 2 inches heels, which looks kind of classy and discreet as well. Make sure they're closed shoes, all right? Ensure facial hair is clean shaven and neatly trimmed. Eat a well-balanced meal prior to joining us, as you will be with our team for a few hours. And what they mean by few hours is the whole day, okay? Snacks and water will be provided throughout the day. But if you can show them that you can go, I wouldn't say without eating, so you need to eat, but just be discreet when you're eating, and then show them that you're all about them, okay? I think it's gonna make a huge impact, all right? Conditional job offer, CJO. Congratulations on your job offer. If you have a successful event day interview, you will be offered a position with Delta as a flight attendant. How exciting. All right, so welcome to Delta Airlines. Successful candidates will complete the required paperwork, which includes background check and a drug screening prior to their first day at Delta. So once you get the CJO, you're all excited. You're going to submit them all your paperwork. So they're going to do an investigation for the last 10 years, see if there's any arrest or anything. Once confirmed, flight attendants will give in their training date. And they'll tell you, okay, everything is cleared. You're going to start training in a week, in a month, in 3 weeks. And then begin their 7-week on-site training at our world headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. How exciting. So once you're hired and you're working for Delta, what do they expect for you? What are you supposed to look like? I'm sure in training they will talk about it. They will talk about it over and over again about their requirements, but let's go over that so that you guys know what to expect if you are hired, okay? Personal cleanliness and hygiene must always be maintained, so make sure you take a shower. You guys bring your deodorant, super important. Aftershave, cologne, and perfume may be used if applied lightly. Don't overdo it, even in training. They don't like that. Eyelashes should appear natural, avoiding extreme length and volume. Like they don't want those, stretchy, sticky ones that look like, oh my gosh, all right? Facial hair must be trimmed and neatly maintained. Okay, so make sure you don't have hair sticking out anywhere on your body. Fingernails must be clean, neat, trimmed, and polished. Chip-free if possible. All nails must be the same color. No neon colors, multicolors, glitter, hand-painted design, or airbrush nails permitted. So again, they want one color and that's it. They don't want all that good glitter crap, that people may think is permissible. Visible tattoos are not permitted, must be covered by clothing or waterproof makeup. Bandages are not suitable. We talked about that. Hair must be a natural looking hue. No stark highlights or unnatural shades. Okay, so this would be okay, but just don't go with like blues and greens and purple. Hair touching longer than shoulder must be pulled completely back. We talked about that. Okay. Jewelry. A single side nose piercing with a pinhead stud is permitted. Gold, silver, white pearl, or clear diamond, diamonds like stud only. No other facial or visible body piercing are allowed. A maximum of 2 earrings per ears are permitted, so that's good. Earrings may be gold, silver, white pearl, or clear diamond, diamond like studs only, and should not be larger than a dime. Okay, no hoop earrings, because you can get into a fight or, it's a hazard, all right, to have it. Ear stretching gouges are not permitted. When they have those big circles in the earlobes, those are no. Clothing, proper undergarment must be worn, but must not be visible, okay? Clothing must be professional and fit properly. Dresses and skirts should be at or below knee level or knee length. Shoes should be closed, toe flats, heels, and sling back. Athletic type shoes are not permitted. Tie is required with button colored dress shirts for those who choose to wear the male uniform. The following items are not permitted during the interview day: profanity, chewing gum, and use of cell phone and earbuds. So make sure you take that crap and you leave it behind, okay? Don't be stupid like I was and use your phone or chew your gum or do anything stupid, okay? Because I've had interviews where I've done all of those because I was young and ignorant, and YouTube didn't exist, so nobody told me what to do. I knew better, but I just thought I could get away with it. Their ideal candidate. What are they looking for? This is really important. You guys pay attention just because it can help you in your interview, okay? New hires must successfully complete 7 consecutive weeks of training in our world headquarters, which we talk about that. During this time, participants receive a training wage and some meals, as well as lodging for those who do not live within 25 miles of the training facility. Again, you will receive a training wage. Sometimes I think it's just a gift card, like a cash card, and some meals. You will receive meals as well as lodging for those who do not live 25 miles, from the training facility. So if you're flying out of town, they will make sure that you have lodging, food, and some money. Once training is complete, flight attendants will report to their assigned base to join their 28,000 plus colleagues in in-flight service. We operate out of 14 bases across the United States, including Atlanta, Boston, Cincinnati, Detroit, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Honolulu, Los Angeles, Orlando, Minneapolis, New York, Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, and Salt Lake City. Base options may vary on operational need and differ from bilingual or LOD flight attendants. So if you are a dual speaking flight attendant, you do get paid a lot more, number one. And number two, you have a little more flexibility, or you might be kind of positioned in places where they need. Minimum qualification. Eligible to work in the US, be at least 21 years of age, have a high school diploma or GED, ability to speak, read, write, and understand English fluently, ability to acquire and keep current passport and travel documents to freely enter and exit where Delta flies. Remember, if you are restricted in one of the countries and you cannot fly there, but you could fly there, then that's a problem. You need to be able to travel everywhere. Ability to acquire and keep current passport and travel documents to freely enter and exit place where Delta flies, like I said. Must have a valid passport with a minimum of 30 months. We talked about that. The background check, including government required fingerprint, a base criminal history record check. Ability to sit in an assigned jump seat with seat belt and shoulder harness fastened, okay? That's most airlines, so we're just going through that because if you guys have heard me with other airlines, it's almost the same prerequisites. Ability to open emergency exit and close aircraft doors weighing up to 60 pounds. And the use of a food beverage requiring 32 pounds of force when pushing and pulling, which can go up to 50 pounds, you guys, depending on which angle, all right? FAQ questions, you guys. Those are probably questions you're asking yourself, and I'm gonna go over some of them, and maybe this will answer your question. Do Delta flight attendants conduct flight attendant interviews? So you're gonna go to your interview, and you're gonna be like, are they flight attendants? Now, if you heard what I said earlier, and I did say during your one-on-one interview, there are some flight attendants and HR. And so the answer is yes. Some of the flight attendant will be interviewing you because they are better to judge, like, is this someone I want to work with? The way that she's answering those situational questions, I don't want to work with her if this is how she's going to, report me or do this or do that. So they have a say in your interview. So yes, your interview will be conducted by a flight attendant, could be. Trained, experienced flight attendant interviewers partner with IFS leadership and Delta's talent team to select the most highly qualified candidates to become Delta flight attendants. The other question is, how should I dress for my interview? Consider the way our flight attendants dress and use that as your inspiration. You can check out our appearance requirement here. Okay, so they have guidelines, and we talked about those earlier in this video. What is the age requirement for flight attendants? Delta flight attendant applicant must be 21 years of age at the time of application submission. Again, if you're 20, don't apply. You have to be 21 when you apply. I don't care if you're going to be 21 in 10 days and you apply today. You're not 21 yet. Do I need to have a passport to qualify for flight attendant opportunity? Yes, you must have a valid passport with a minimum of 30 months, okay? Some airlines, 3 months, 6 months. I've heard of a year, but 30 months is a lot. Do I need to have a passport to qualify for a flight attendant opportunity? Yes. Which language are needed for bilingual, also known as language of destination flight attendant position? So which language are needed for bilingual? Depends what they're hiring for, because they'll tell you we need Hebrew, we need Japanese. I'm applying as a bilingual candidate. Do I have to be able to read and write the language I'm fluent in, or is it enough to be able to speak the language? That's a really good question. It says here, successful bilingual candidates must be able to speak, read, and write in English and be fluent in the language for which they are applying. Okay, so make sure you're fluent. Is there anything you can tell me that might help me with the process? Okay, listen to this. You should take your time while completing the application and assessment, except when a timed section is notated. So at one point, it's your time, so you need to kind of do it within that time limit. And answer the questions without distraction or interruption. So be free of that when you are doing that online interview. Be yourself and answer questions honestly. All right, another question. What if a question was answered incorrectly by mistake? What if a question was answered incorrectly by mistake? Can it be changed? And the answer is unfortunately no. Okay, once a question is answered and submitted, it cannot be changed. We already talked about that. How long will Delta be hiring a flight attendant? Then it says here, the flight attendant position will be published until the needed number of applicants is received. When the position is published, we recommend applying immediately as there is no designated date for when it'll be unpublished. So just do it right today, okay? I applied for Delta flight attendant position. How can I check the status of my application? We already know, we went through that. It's in the Delta's career site. I applied for a flight attendant position and just received an email stating that I wasn't selected. When may I apply again? So it says unsuccessful candidates may reapply after 3 months from disqualification and when a new job number is posted. Okay, so I said earlier a year, so I apologize. It is actually 3 months, which is pretty good. You didn't get on, you didn't get in, you're trying again. Okay. The flight attendant application is closed and didn't have a chance to apply. What do I do now? So if you're watching this video and it's way after the application, what do you do? Unfortunately, once the window is closed, we are unable to accept more applicants. Internal and external candidates can turn on job alerts through their profile on Delta's career website to be alerted if the job is republished. So that's what I recommend. Make sure that you go on their website and just turn it on, the Delta's career one, and then they'll give you either an email or a notification that, hey, we're hiring again. Well, I have a hotel and a roommate in training. Hotel accommodation are provided for those whose address is greater than 25 miles. We talked about that from the training facility. All flight attendant students residing in company provided accommodations will be assigned a roommate. However, students are not required to stay in the hotel accommodation provided by Delta, and some have made their own lodging arrangement. So if you have family, you can stay with them, or you could just stay in the lodging with someone. I mean, it's good in a way because you guys are so close for 6 weeks. You are 7 weeks. You become like family and can kind of share a hotel together. So I've made some friendships that I'm still friends with, and you know, you really live an intense moment together, and it's one of a kind of training. You know, nobody goes through that vigorous training except for you and your classmates, and it develops really strong bonds, and those bonds you'll never lose. You'll always be friends with them. So you can kind of work together towards, you know, just kind of hanging out and finding a hotel and you know, just kind of finding a way until you go up in seniority or get the base of your choice. What if I need learning accommodation during training? Delta has a review process in place for anyone who may need help participating in training or performing their job duty due to physical or mental impairment or religious belief or practices. If you need this type of assistance, let your training leader know, and they will provide information for where to submit your accommodation request and supporting documentation. What if I want to drive my car to training? Well, Delta will provide air transportation to Atlanta for those who do not plan to drive to training. Daily transportation is also provided between the hotel and the Delta Training Center. Due to limited parking space at the training center, flight attendant students must park within the GO complex and walk to the training center. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I kind of try to cover as much as I could information-wise and kind of walk you through how to put in your application. And I'm so excited. I hope you guys get this dream job. Delta was one of my #1s as well. Unfortunately, I cannot afford to be gone that long away from my children. As a single mom, I have to be at home as much as possible. That's why my airline is just perfect for me. But, you know, again, maybe Delta is for you. You're discovering the world. You have no children, or they're all grown, or you're an empty nester and you want to travel the world. This is perfect for you guys. And also strongly recommend American Airline, which is a great airline to apply for. So again, September 5th is today, September 5th, 2024. Make sure that you go ahead and apply to those amazing airlines. If you want to watch the video about Delta, I made a video just before this one. I will link the link down below. Make sure you click that, and I teach you a little bit on how to apply. I give you step-by-step on how to get, how to go about doing that. And I also kind of cover the main points as to what is expected of you in training and whatnot. So hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you subscribe, give me a likes for the algorithm, and give me a beautiful thumbs up. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching me, and I will see you on another video. Bye.